Others say start a new seed, but bring Spruceford Landing with you. Blueprint all the buildings and bring them with you. Because, I mean, we've worked really hard on these. I mean, look at this inn. The old Moose. It doesn't even have its sign yet. But we've worked very hard on these buildings and this little town. And I'm pretty proud of the town, and you guys seem to be pretty proud of the town too. So there's that. And then if you look at Z Foxfire's comment, he talked about, and he's very active with the Rising World Forum, that the patch will be coming out, and at that point in time, we'll have to see what we have to do next. So we probably shouldn't do anything at all until we see this next patch come out. I guess we could continue to move forward as is on Spruceford Landing and just keep doing what we're doing. I'm a little worried about that because I don't know if I guess I'm not wasting my time working on Spruceford Landing, but if we're going to lose all of this forever, I'd hate to spend any more time on it. I would rather, launch a new seed and then get busy with that. My concern is that when they introduce the dungeons and everything, and that actually happens, is that going to screw up the world that we're going to be in? I do not know. So there's a lot of I don't knows going on. So I thought what we would do is we would do some blueprinting and focus on that right now and see. Oh, wow, that's so weird. I thought for sure I saw some kind of animal over here, but I didn't. We blueprint the buildings, hold on to them. We'll hold on to this world, and we'll see what we're going to do. But today, let's. Oh, I did see something. It's a moose. Okay, there he is. I thought we would try a little work on the blueprints and see how these work. I've done a couple blueprints so far. You can see bottom left side. I made a blueprint. It takes a gold ingot to make a blueprint. So we got to pick a start point. Okay, we're going to give ourselves plenty of room. We're going to come right on down here, and we're going to try to get just past the chimney here, and pick an end point. I don't know if this tree is going to be in the way or not, but we're going to do that. There we go. Start point, end point. Now with the page up button, I can bring this up, and we're going to try to get above that roof line there, and then we can go arrow. The arrow keys. Oh, you know what? That is not up high enough. That actually tells me a lot right there. There we go. Now we're high enough, and it looks like we're probably wide enough too. We'll see as you bring it back. You can see the lines and where they're cutting and where they're not cutting through. It looks to me like we're good to go here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and you just. Oh, wait! What was this? What is this doing here? It's running into something it does not like. I wonder if it's the moose that's in the way. Going back over here. Past the chimney. We want our chimney. Like so. And then I think we have to do shift page down, and that brings it down to the ground. Are we down the ground yet? I can't tell. Is that on the ground or not? Is it following me? It seems like it's following me. I want you to go over there. And then I guess shift. Arrow over here. Shift page up. Page up. Maybe I don't have to hold shift for this one to do that. It's moving with me. Why is it doing that? Let's hit escape. Let's try it again. Come back, and that's how I turn the blueprint off. I don't know any other way. If there's another way to do that, it doesn't say, start over with a blueprint. It doesn't say anything like that in the instructions so far. So let's try this again. We're going to do that there. And we pick our endpoint. Let's go ahead and start our endpoint down on this side of the building this time. Maybe that'll work a little bit better than what we had before. And you know what? Let's escape again. Let's start this again right here. We want to make sure we get the roof line in here. Like so. Okay. And I've only done this twice before, and I don't even know if it worked. And like so. Okay, beautiful. Let's get some water. Drink, drink, drink. I can't drink when I'm doing this. Okay. Slide this over with the left arrow key, the right arrow key, because we're going right, and that's what we do, and we push the things that go right. Okay. Now, Maybe it's just my imagination that's following me. I guess we could bring this back a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. Excuse me. And now we're going to go up with it, page up. And do we think we're above that roof line? Let's see. We'll take a step back here and take a look and see if we can tell from way back here. Oh, look at the fog is in. That makes the pine forest look so cool. I love that fog. I love the weather effects in the games. Page up. We're going to go just like that. Okay. Now, let's see if our box is completely covering the farmer's house. And we need to eat and get some water, too. I'm a little surprised we're not suffering poorly here. Okay, that looks like it's good. Then we're going to right-click, select area, and we're going to call this one Farmer's House. Spruceford Town, create. All right, beautiful. It is, as far as I know, has been blueprinted, this building right here. Let's get some water. And let's get some food. By the way, I noticed something else today. I dropped my view distance down to 9. And as you approach the doors, they turn black. And as soon as I went back up to 11, that went away. Don't know why. We're good on food. Okay. All right, so that's that. Let's do another blueprint. You know what? Let's blueprint this little outhouse. Let's do a real quick one like that, and then we're going to take it someplace else, and we're going to rebuild it, okay? I've got the gold on me. We've got everything we need right in here. Blueprint right here. You're going to find it miscellaneous in the workbench. Blueprint right here. Let's go ahead and craft one, and let's give it another whirl here and see. We'll do the outhouse, and we will go build the outhouse back. I don't know. We'll find some place to build the outhouse. Okay, so let's go. This is the first time I've done this, you guys. The first time. So we are, if you've never done it before, we are learning this together, and I think it's going to probably be an important thing for us to know how to do. And over here. By the way, thank you so much for all of the support and the understanding of what's going on. And I think everybody here knows that these are indie games and they are in development, and this stuff just kind of happens sometimes, you know? It just kind of happens. And it should be expected. And I mentioned that when we were digging to hell, that, you know, there's a possibility we're going to have to do this outhouse. That we may have to start a new world. And ever since I started doing this game, I've always kept that in mind. Any of these games, that there's a possibility that might happen. So that's how that goes. Okay, so to get to the blueprints, we hit J. This brings up our journal, which is something I never, ever look at. But you've got your first steps. This kind of teaches you some of the stuff on the game in case you didn't know that. I've never, ever looked at this thing. You got your crafting stuff. Sleep. Workbench used for crafting. You got your caves. Different food items there. You can cook them on a grill. Keep in mind that you should cook the meat before eating, but don't cook it too long to prevent it from burning. Okay, so that's that, and then there's overview. And this is kind of an overview of the game. And then there's blueprints. So we picked outhouse, so let's go ahead, use the blueprint. Oh, I need a blueprint. Okay, I have to have a blueprint in order to use the blueprint. Okay, that would make sense. Okay, let's go back to journal, and let's go ahead and use blueprint. Oh, look at that. Okay, there it is. It's right there in my hand. Who needs an outhouse? Hello, who needs an outhouse? Let's take it over to do we take it to the fisherman's place? How about no, we'll go behind the inn. We'll put it behind the inn. They could use an outhouse back there, right? Now, the inn, the smithy, and the stable, I put the stable and the inn together on one blueprint, and the smithy on its own blueprint. That's kind of a difficult thing to blueprint because the roof of the inn overhangs the stable, and the stable's roof actually overhangs into the smithy area. So it was kind of a weird kind of thing to do. Well, let's go ahead and put one of these. Let's put this right back in here. Yeah, this is a good idea. Put the outhouse right back here. There's no way to really get to it. I guess we could take down a piece of that fencing, huh? Right there. Does that look good? Oh, look at that. Oh my God. That is incredible. Look at that. Now, what bothers me a little bit about the blueprint thing, and I understand the reason why it's in the game, and I'm all for it, but it could bug me because those resources, they weren't taken from my inventory to build that. So I didn't have to do anything for that. So I could pop outhouses up all over the place. But I do understand why they did that because whoa, 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 that was Q radio. What the heck do you think you're doing? I understand why they did it, and it's really a great thing that they did do that. Okay, well, we're gonna have to we'll have to fix that. But now we've got an outhouse over here behind the inn. That's very cool. Okay, all right. Let's do another one. I'm afraid to put anything bigger up. Now I can make that blueprint as many times as I want, right? If I do this again, I can go to journal, and then that outhouse is right there for me. The farmer's house, all that stuff. The smithy is actually this is actually the inn. I screwed up basically. And then you've got the smithy here. This is the actual smithy, and then the second one is I believe it's the inn and the stable. So that is how we do the blueprints. Should we do another one? Number 4. Okay, let's go do the barn. And can we do the barn and the fencing? I don't want to lay them down because if I got to tear it up, oh my God, it's going to be a pain in the butt to have to tear up. Wow, look at the fog out here. It is a foggy, foggy day, but look at the way that light flickers off in the distance like that. That is really sweet. They did a nice job with that. So back to what I was saying, I just want to, again, also reiterate that I'm not giving up on Rising World. I love the game. I think it's really awesome, and I think it's got a long ways to go. Do I think they screwed up with this thing? Yeah, I think it probably should have worked right the first time before they launched it and told everybody, here's that thing you've been waiting for all this time. But, you know, these things happen. These things happen. Bum, bum, bum. Let's do that there, and then we're going to come all the way down here. I guess we want the fencing too, right? Can we get the fencing in here? I don't know if we can actually save the fencing. I'm going to go like that right there. Look at that. And across. Excuse me. I've got a frog in my throat today, it seems like. Seems like I got one of those every day. And then page up. Like that. Ooh, scary. Hell Farm. It's Hell Farm. It looks to me like we are up and over that. We're probably a little too high for it. Let's see. Let's go back up a little bit. That should be good. And we're going to right click and select the area, and we're going to call this the barn. Barn, create. Awesome. Oh, that is really a nice thing to be able to do. Now, I don't know if we can do that with the gardens. Maybe we can, because these take a little while to put together. You know, I'd say a good 3 hours to put one of these together. Maybe not that much time. Not anymore, anyways. I'm a little bit better at the game than I was before. But okay, so we've got the barn, we've got the farm. Can we blueprint the town square? Oh man, I tell you, or marketplace. I like that place. Let's craft up a couple more of them. We'll do that. There is still a ripply line on my screen. When I look down like this and run, I can see a ripply line that kind of travels over the landscape. I actually noticed the same thing when I was playing Medieval Engineers. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of an interesting little wave. I don't notice it so much here, but when you go from like the grass to the stone, it's very evident. You can definitely see it. At least I can. I don't know if it shows up in the videos. Okay, so here what we would want to do is go. We want to capture all of this. So let's give ourselves plenty of room. We're going to do a start point here, and then we're going to run on down this way. And we're going to get past this tree right here, and we're going to do another point right about here. Right? And then we're going to drag it across. Oh, we're going to drag it across, arrow up, all the way across. And let's go check that and make sure it's all the way past this point. Okay, it's a little too far, actually. There we go. And then up. Nope. That's the arrow key. Don't use the arrow key. It's page up. Oh. Page down. It's shift page up, looks like here. For some reason. It changes a little bit each time. You got to be really careful about it. I noticed that. Sometimes I got to hold shift down and page up, and sometimes I don't. I'm not quite sure what that means or what it is, but that's sort of the sort of thing. I don't know if it'll keep the acacia tree or the plants that are in here, but I think it probably will keep the structure stuff itself. Do we feel like we're high enough on here? Maybe we should shift page up a couple of times more and right click. Let's select it, and this is the marketplace. Oops. There we go. Marketplace. There we go. Create. Man, sorry about that. Okay, and then we got one more, and we can do this down here on the... Hopefully we can grab the dock. Oh, I guess we need two more, don't we? Because we've got the guard shack out here, the guard tower. The odds of us being able to reuse the guard tower, this is really in a very specific location, isn't it? It's kind of, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to save the guard shack because it truly is. It's in a kind of a unique location where it just sits on that little peninsula there. I think it would be difficult to find another spot good enough for it to sit on. Oh man, it's been a foggy day out here. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Look how you look back at the trees and they kind of just, they start to fade away a little bit back in there. Oh man, I love that. I really do love that. Oh, look at this. Our fruit trees are up. I think they were up last episode too, but look at that. Huh? Those came in perfect. Look at this, guys. Right here, you walk through, you got a little bit of leaf action and little branches in your hair as you go through. Ha! That's great. That is awesome. I'll take some tomatoes. Some tomatoes. Thank you very much. All right, so down here, we should probably try a blueprint. God, would that boat actually come with it too? Let's, Did I make another blueprint? I did. Okay. Let's start this out right here. Nope. Let's go ahead and let's give ourselves plenty of room here. Let's go right there. And we're going to try to kind of keep ourselves aligned with that a little bit. And an endpoint is going to be right about here. Okay, and we're going to right arrow that straight across. Oh. Well, that was weird. It kind of shot itself over here a lot farther than it needed to. Why did it do that? There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good here. We're good there. I think it's just an optical illusion on my eyes what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's all it is. And let's bring this back a little bit. And then we're going to go page up, page down. Let's want to hold shift. Oh. Now this time I don't have to hold shift. I could just page up. I don't understand why that is that way. Maybe it's got something to do with the terrain. I've not read up on anything or watched any videos on blueprints. This is just me kind of trying to figure it out here. This is probably going to be very difficult to pull off. It looks like it pulled itself up off the ground here, and the boat will not be part of this. If I go page down, like that, now I've got the boat in there. Let's do it. I think we're good. Fisherman's house. Create. Beautiful. Okay, there's another one taken care of. Hopefully, right? I mean, hopefully that's working out. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. The bridge is, again, one of those items that I feel is probably pretty unique and could be built anywhere else we do it. And, depending on what the water situation is going to be. Same with the roads. I mean, we can't really do the roads either. So I'm not going to worry about the guard tower or the bridge. That's something that we can alter at the point of building again, if indeed we need to go to a new seed. The warehouse is incomplete, so it's not worth blueprinting. Is there anything else that we've not blueprinted yet? We have the inn, we have the stable, we have the smithy, the farmhouse, the barn, the courtyard, the marketplace here, and we have the fisherman's house and the dock. I think we've got all of it. I think what I want to do is, starting next week, don't forget next week I'll be announcing the winners for the Steam giveaway thing that I'm doing, the $425 code. So I'll be announcing that at some point in time next week on a Rising World episode. I think we're just going to kind of... I think we'll work on the warehouse some more and try to get the warehouse kind of wrapped up and then blueprinted, and then maybe by then we'll have the next update available. Hopefully they'll have a patch for their dungeons and stuff, and we'll be able to decide where we're going to go from there. Are we going to start a new seed or not? One person even suggested maybe you should go to a different seed and go build in an entirely different biome, because medieval engineers, I'm in the mountains and the forest. Here I'm in the forest. I don't know. I don't know if it matters. This is kind of my favorite terrain to build in, If it makes you happy, you should be there. But building in the desert would be kind of an interesting thing to try to do as well. So there's all kinds of options, and you guys brought up a lot of great options. So we do have options out there. I'm not upset at all about what happened. Matter of fact, this is a really great learning experience. Look at this. We've been making blueprints, and right here now we have our blueprints in place. So most of Spruceford Landing has been saved. I think before I were to dump this world to take the buildings elsewhere, we would take these out someplace and place them just to make sure we have them saved correctly, and then move forward. Okay, but the outhouse worked. I'll be danged if the outhouse didn't work. There's one behind the inn now. There wasn't one there before, but now anybody in the inn that needs to use the bathroom, bam, they got themselves an outhouse right here. Pretty cool. We gotta fix that fence, of course. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Blueprints. That's a clever idea. That's a very nice way of saying, folks, hey, sorry, you got to start a new seed, but we've got a way for you to, keep your buildings as long as you found gold. As long as you found gold. And we did. We did find gold. All right, guys, that's going to have to wrap it up for me on today's episode. A little blueprint work. A little more chit-chat with you. Don't forget, next week we'll announce who won. And I thank you again so much for your support. It has been absolutely wonderful on this series. It's not going anywhere. We're going to keep right on going with it. We'll come back next week on the next episodes, and we'll continue work on the warehouse and get that put together and put up. I'm curious to see how it's going to look here on Main Street. So, yeah. It ought to be a lot of fun. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03, and I want you to have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day. And I look forward to talking to you again next time.